Okay, so C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, I'm hoping that you kind of have checked that out before. If you haven't, check out some of the other videos I've made. So you have your C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And off of each of those notes, you can build a triad, which if you haven't checked out my other videos, please check that out. So here we have chord 1, C major, chord 2, D minor, chord 3, E minor, chord 4, F major, chord 5, G major, chord 6, A minor, chord 7, B diminished. So what you're doing there is you're just stacking thirds. So look, if I play my major scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and instead of playing from 1 to 2, I skip 2 and I play from 1 to 3. And then I skip 4 and play 3 to 5. Now I have 1, 3, 5. So chord 1 in any major key on a fundamental level is a C major triad, okay? 1, 3, 5. Now you're going to do that of every note in the key. So you're going to have D, and instead of playing D, E, F, G, you're going to skip a note. D, F, skip a note, A. And you do this off of every note. E, skip a note, G, skip a note, B, and you get E minor. So to learn your triads in your major scale, you go through that process, okay? You essentially stack thirds. You play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note. And again, C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, C. And you should be able to do this in all keys. So if we go to the key of A major, we play our A major scale. And again, play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note. Chord 1 is A major. You're doing that off of every note in the scale. A major, B minor, C sharp minor, D major, E major, F sharp minor, G sharp diminished, A. So I'm sure some of you know this already, and that's okay, but to those of you who don't, you've got to get your triads down in your major scale. And again, you've got to learn major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. This is kind of the formula, okay? So now you can also take that to seventh chords. So you're just adding one note. So again, play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note. 1, 3, 5, 7. So now you have a 4-note seventh chord arpeggio. That is your major 7. And again, you're going to do that off of every note in your major scale. 1, 3, 5, 7. Play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note. Do that off of every point in the scale, and you'll have C major 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G dominant 7, A minor 7, and then you'll have B minor 7 flat 5, and you're done. Some people call that minor 7 flat 5 half diminished. I heard Carol Kay say you got to call it minor 7 flat 5, so I now call it minor 7 flat 5. I'm going to take her word for it because she's a monstrosity of a bass player. Okay, let's do this in another key. A major 7, B minor 7, C sharp minor 7, D major 7, E dominant 7, F sharp minor 7, and G sharp minor 7 flat 5, and you're done. Okay, so this is the first step to understanding triads and seventh chords in a major key, and you need to know this to be able to play a 2-5-1. Okay, that's why I'm doing this. I'm not just doing this for fun. These are the steps you need to take. Okay, now another thing I think is really good to be able to do is to play these across one string. I'll show you what I mean. So here's all triads across one string in the key of C major. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, C. Now check this out. I'm starting every single thing on my index finger. So please watch this because I really like to teach this to my students. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished. I'm playing index, pinky, index, index, pinky, index, index, pinky, index, index, pinky, index. So as you can see, except for diminished, I can play all of that exercise with index and pinky, index, index, pinky, index. And you're learning to roll across the bass. Okay, which when it comes to shifting later on is important. Anyways, do that across the E string. Let's do the key of G major. G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished, and you're done. Okay, so you've got to have your triads down in one position and across the bass. Now we're going to do the same thing with seventh chords, okay? So we're going to play, let's do it in the key of C. We're going to be playing C major 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G dominant 7, A minor 7, B minor 7 flat 5, C. So check it out again. I'm starting on index, then playing pinky, middle, index. 1, 3, 5, 7. Then for my minor, index, pinky, ring, index. That's a D minor shape. So look, you got your major 7 and your minor 7. Then look, you got a minor 7 again. Major 7 again. Then you got dominant 7. It's like a major triad with a flat 7 at the top. Then look, we have minor 7 again. So if you check that out, you got 2, 3, and 6 same voicing, same fingers. And 1 and 4 same voicing, same fingers. So it's not as difficult as you think. And then lastly, minor 7 flat 5. Let's do the same thing in G major. G major, 1, 3, 5, 7. Remember, I'm playing everything starting on the index. Minor, B minor 7, C major 7, D dominant 7, E minor 7, F sharp, minor 7 flat 5. And remember, chord 1 and chord 4 are the same. And chord 2, 3, and 6 are the same. Chord 1 and 4 major 7, chord 2, 3, and 6 are minor 7. Okay, just remember, we're leading up to understanding a 2-5-1, and you have to know all this stuff in order to really understand a 2-5-1. That's why I'm doing this. Don't go, you've already done this in another video, Greg. Like, what? No. Okay, now we're getting closer. So check it out. Now let's do this in the key of E flat major. So E flat major, let's just do it triads in one position. So E flat major, F minor, G minor, A flat major, B flat major, C minor, D minor 7, well, diminished, and then E flat. So again, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. Let's do this all across one string. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, and E flat. Now let's do seventh chords in the key of E flat major. E flat major 7. Remember, 1, 3, 5, 7. Play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note. So E flat major 7. F minor 7, G minor 7, A flat major 7, B flat dominant 7, C minor 7, D minor 7 flat 5, and we're done. Okay, so that was all of our triads in E flat major and all of our seventh chords in E flat major. Now we ask ourselves, okay, so remember this. With triads, chord 1 is major, chord 2 is minor, chord 3 is minor, chord 4 is major, chord 5 is major, chord 6 is minor, chord 7 is diminished. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 different chords, and we number each of them. 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, etc. And if you're in the key of C, 1 is C major, 2 is D minor, 3 is E minor, 4 is F major. So and then 5 is G major. So if I say 2, 5, 1, what does that mean? It means, oh, the 2 chord is D minor. The 5 chord is G major. The 1 chord, I'm going to use my thumb, is C major. So 2, 5, 1, when it comes to triads in the key of C major, would be D minor, G major, C major. Let's do the same thing in the key of G major. If we're in the key of G major, remember we have G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major. Those are the first 5 chords. Chord 1 is G major, chord 2 is A minor, chord 3 is B minor, chord 4 is C major, chord 5 is D major. So if we say 2, 5, 1 in G, 2 is A minor, 5 is D major, and 1 is G major. So the second chord to the 5th chord to the 1st chord, 2, 5, 1. And now that we know the order of triads and we know how to play them, that means if someone says, hey, let's play a 2, 5, 1 in the key of G, that means the second chord to the 5th chord to the 1st chord. So, oh, I'm in the key of G and I learned all of my triads and arpeggios like we did. Oh, 2, A minor, 5, D major, 1, G major. And if you want to do it in one position, then you're going to have, okay? You see, that's why we learned all of that in the beginning of the lesson. Let's do this in the key of A major. So A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Oh, what's the second note? B. What's the 5th note? E. What's the 1st note? A. So 2, 5, 1. Okay, B minor, E major, A major. So 2, 5, 1 in the key of A is B minor, E major, A major. Okay, so this is understanding it with triads. Now let's do this with 7th chords, because generally 2, 5, 1s you'll find are played with 7th chords, 4-note chords and extensions and alterations, but get into that later in life. Okay, once you get this down, then you can kind of check that out. So now we're going to say 2, 5, 1 with 7th chords. Okay, let's do it in the key of C. Again, 2, 5, 1. Let's just look at the first 5 chords of C major, because that's all we need for 2, 5, 1. Remember, C, D, E, F, G, okay? So we're saying chord 2 is what? C major, D minor 7. Chord 2 is D minor 7, okay? Chord 5 is G dominant 7. Chord 1 is C major 7. Because remember, C major 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G dominant 7. So 2, 5, 1. D minor 7, G dominant 7, C major 7. Okay, so then I'm going to play D minor 7, G dominant 7, C major 7. And now I'm playing a 2-5-1 and outlining 2-5-1 a key of C. And we can do this all in one position because we practiced that in the beginning of the video. So remember, D minor 7, G dominant 7, C major 7. Let's do it across one string because we practiced that. So you can see I'm playing D minor 7, that's chord 2, G dominant 7, that's chord 5, C major 7, chord 1, 2, 5, 1. The second chord to the 5th chord to the 1st chord. Okay. Now, let's do this in another key. Let's do this in B flat. I'm going to play the B flat major scale. And I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to say 2, 5, 1. The second note to the 5th note to the 1. 2, 5, 1. Start to get it in your ears now. I'm sure you've heard it enough that it's starting to get in there. Boo, beep, boom. So, 2, 5, 1. Now we add our triads. Let's do this with triads. C minor, F major, B flat. Okay, try sing that harmony. Boo ba bee, doo da da, boo bum bum, boom bum bum, boom bum bum, boom bum bum. Because you want to get this in your ear. This is a chord progression. It's not just root notes moving. It's chords. Let's do a 2-5-1 in the key of B flat major with 7th chords. So remember, B flat major scale. 1 is major 7, 2 is minor 7, 3 is minor 7, 4 is major 7, 5 is dominant 7. So 2, 5, 1. Okay, we're in the key of B flat. C minor 7, F dominant 7, B flat major 7. And we can do this all in one position because we practiced this at the beginning of the video. C minor 7, F dominant 7, B flat major 7. Okay? Let's do it across one string because we practiced that. Because we want to be able to play this and improvise with these things, you know, later on. So again, a 2-5-1 in B flat major. 2 is C minor 7. Then 5 is F dominant 7. And then 1 is B flat major 7. All in one position here. And when you do this, you start to kind of hear that walking bass thing happening. You see? I start to vary the notes. And now I'm playing a walking bass line. I'm outlining a 2-5-1 chord progression. Okay, so now let's learn some nice chord voicings to play a 2-5-1 on the bass, because that helps you really hear it. Piano players and guitar players, they get to do that all the time. They get to actually hear the harmony moving. But as bass players, we're hearing each note individually, and that affects us negatively. We want to hear a chord moving to a chord to a chord. A 2-5-1 chord progression is not arpeggios going boo 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 boo. But as bass players, we get stuck like that. But so let's learn how to play these as chords. And let's do it in the key of G. So look, here's G major. Remember, chord 2 is going to be A minor. Chord 5 is going to be D major. Chord 1 is going to be G major. So if we did this as triads, first, A minor, okay, D major to G major. So look, for A minor triad, I'm playing pinky, middle, index. For D major, I'm going to play index, ring, middle at the top. I'm playing a 10th. So 1, 5, 3 at the top. So again, here's A minor, here's D major, and here's G major, pinky, ring, index. Okay? So now listen to how a 2-5-1 sounds with triads as chords. This is the real sound of it. Now you can really hear. And you can sing 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1. This is how you really get this in your ears so that you can be free with it later on. Okay, carrying on. If there's any questions, please put them in the chat. I'm looking at the chat. Let's do this now with 7th chords, same key. So now we're going to have 7th chords, and these are some cool voicings on bass for 7th chords. Okay, so for A minor 7, the 2 chord of G major, I'm playing ring, index, pinky. That's an A minor 7 voicing. 1, flat 3, flat 7. And then for my D dominant 7, chord 5, I'm playing index, middle, pinky. You can also play index, middle, ring. And the frets are 10th fret on E, 10th fret on D, 11th fret on G. So look, let's try that again. A minor 7, D dominant 7. And here's our G major 7. Root, middle finger, then 3rd, then 7th. Okay. Now what's cool is when you learn to play chords, look at this. I play my A minor 7, then I shift to play D dominant 7. Look what happens when I play G major 7. This note, the third of D dominant, stays there. You see, those two chords share a note, and later on when you start improvising and learning voice leading, you're going to understand why that's very glorious to know. So let's just do the triads again. We're going to do 2, 5, 1 in G, A minor, D major, G major, and now 7th chords, A minor 7, D dominant 7, G major 7. Let's do this in a different key. Let's do this in the key of E flat major. Okay, so E flat major scale, play it. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So where's 2? It's here. Where's 5? It's here. Where's 1? It's here. So that means it's going to be F minor, B flat major, E flat major. Okay? And remember, now you can play these as triads. You're going to have 2 minor, 5 major, 1 major. And if we want to play these as the chords like we just learned, you're going to have F minor, B flat major, E flat major. And you can sing this. Boo, bum, bum, boo, boo, bum, bum, ba, do, do. Wow, that's low. But anyways, it's fun. So what is a 2, 5, 1 in E flat major? It's when it's triads, it's F minor, B flat major, E flat major. Now remember we learned 7th chord voicings. We're going to play F minor 7 to B flat dominant 7 to E flat major 7. Beautiful. And try hear this happening at the top. Da, 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 la, da, da. Because that's nice voice leading. Da, 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 la, da, da. 2, 5, 1. Now add a bit of rhythm. Now you can really hear how that chord progression sounds. Now I'm going to put the backing track on. The backing tracks, I always make backing tracks for any of these videos and they go on the Patreon. So if you're not on my Patreon, please check it out. There's a lot of stuff on there. Loads of lessons and backing tracks for $5 a month. Come on now. Okay, so now I'm going to play this backing track. Here we go. It's going to be an E flat major because that's the one we just checked out. 5. And you see? And again, just play roots. F, B flat, E flat. Okay, get it really in your ears. 5, 1. And say what's happening. F, B flat, E flat. Now let's do triads. F minor, B flat major, E flat major. And again. Now let's do it across one string because we practiced that. Okay, let's play the chords. Minor, major, major. Again. 2, 5, 1. Now let's do the 7th chords, okay? So remember, F minor 7, B flat dominant 7, E flat major 7. Sorry, please forgive me. F minor 7, B flat dominant 7, E flat major 7. You can do it down here like a bass player. Let's play those chords. F minor 7, B flat dominant 7, E flat major 7. Can you hear that note at the top? Sing the voice leading. Okay, now let's try walk a bass line on this. Now, one thing you can do to just get into walking bass lines is just play those as an exercise, but add a little bit of vibe and swing to it. Okay, so I'm going to play the same arpeggios, but I'm just going to add a bit of flavor here, okay? So here we go. So I'm just adding little skips. So just boom, boom, kick, and boom. So all I'm doing there to make it sound a bit more jazz vibes, walking bass jazzy vibes, is I'm adding these little skips like kum boom bit bitum da da boom boom boom, and I'm swinging the feel a bit. Instead of playing boom bum bum bam boom bum 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 bum, I'm going gum 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 beep we do you see, king gong gong king ga ge gong gong ge 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 king. I'm still just outlining those arpeggios, but I'm adding a swing vibe. Maybe I'm changing my tone a bit and playing here, and I'm just doing those little skips, okay? That's the only thing I'm adding. I'm still just outlining those arpeggios from, the beginning of the lesson, okay? So, now, what shall we do? Let's try voice lead these lines a bit more. Okay, so what does it mean? It means instead of just going up and down or just up everything like this, I'm going to just try and make it a bit more musical and have the lines go up and down and lead into one another smooth, not these big jump back to the root. So this is what I mean. Check this out. F minor 7, look here. There's my B flat dominant 7 link. Okay, so when you walk up, F minor 7, here I'm on the 3rd of B flat major, and I get to the root. So look what I did there. I go up F minor 7. When I get to the flat 7, oh look, here's the 3rd of B flat. Now I descend that. When I get to the 5th of the B flat, if I just go tone down, now I'm on E flat. So instead of doing this, I'm doing this. You see, that is a cleaner, nicer, smoother line. Okay, I'm not just doing an exercise now. I'm adding some sort of swing. I'm adding the little percussive jumps and skips, and I'm going up and down and up and down and up and down and linking these things together. I'm not doing an exercise now. I'm taking the fact I know my triads and arpeggios, and I know what swing feels like and the little vocabulary, the little jumps and stuff, and I'm voice leading through the chords. This sounds a lot smoother and more like the real thing. Okay. Another thing I really love to do, now we're into like just introduction to walking bass on a 251 basically, is you take a cell that you learn from an amazing bass player. Like if I was you, I would check out Ray Brown, especially with Oscar Peterson Trio. Now he might play something on a 251 that goes like this. So look at that. 1, 1, 5, walk down chromatic, descend, and then, okay, so look at it, but listen to the inflections. Okay, again. Now I add a little triplet skip. So I'm sliding in, and I'm doing these little ghost note skips. So now look, I'm playing the root to the fifth, walking down to the octave of the B flat, coming down that just octave fifth root, and then playing the E flat. And the inflections, there's your triplet skip. Try get that happening. So that's all you're doing is you're raking. I'm playing my B flat dominant 7. I'm just playing the octave, flat 7, fifth, and the root again. So look at this 2-5-1 line from Ray Brown. Let's go boom, boom, back and get. On the E flat, I can play more of a scalar thing, E flat major scale. You see, I played the second. I go 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. That's a nice little blueprint to know. Okay, so now let's try this. This is a Ray Brown line on a 2-5-1. Let's just play this around and around. Okay. Again. Okay, so that is such a beautiful line to outline a 2-5-1. Now, what I would do next is, if you're wanting to learn to walk bass on a 2-5-1 and common jazz chord progressions, is do exactly that. Find a cell from a bass player you love. I'm talking about just, you know, one little chord progression like a 2-5-1, and learn it as if it's an etude, like I just did there. Boom, boom, bing, ging, gong, ging, gang, gong. Okay? And now play this in a different key. So you're actually gaining that vocabulary. So that was on a 2-5-1 in E flat major. What if it was a 2-5-1 in D major, E minor 7, A 7, D major 7? Oh. Now I'm using that Ray Brown vocabulary in a different key. Now then I do in C major, D minor 7, G dominant 7, C major 7. Okay, then you could try put in other chord progressions, but today we're just talking about 2-5-1s. So get that down on a 2-5-1 and learn to play it in a bunch of different keys. Now that you understand your triads and seventh chords in all keys and what a 2-5-1 is, that is a very nice little walking bass line from Ray Brown. That's from Autumn Leaves with the with the Oscar Peterson Trio. You should check out Ray Brown with the Oscar Peterson Trio playing Autumn Leaves, because he plays like a million 2-5-1s, and if you just learn 3 bars at a time and then play it in every key and really listen to the inflections, the little skips, the little jumps, dum dum gum 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 gum. That's the kind of stuff that makes your lines sound more musical and more like the real thing, rather than just exercises. Okay, you can see now from the beginning of the video, you're starting with something like this, and you're getting to this is way more of a real walking bass line on a 251. Anyways, I hope this was useful. Any questions, please put in the chat. That was just, an introduction to what a 251 is, what it's made up of, how to outline it, how to play the chords, and then a nice little walking bass line from Ray Brown, because he is an absolute legend. And thank you so much. And please check out my Patreon or message me on Instagram, Celebrity Pedals, if you ever want to book an online lesson on Zoom. Otherwise, I'm going to keep just pumping out these videos. Let me know in the comments any videos you want me to cover, any topics you want me to cover. I'm happy to do it. Bye.